Alright, guys, let's talk about Mara stock once again because it has gone higher towards our target to begin trading or opening some shorts. But before we jump into Mara, before I show you guys again a reminder and show you guys what I'm talking about with these potential shorts coming up, there is something I'm working on. I'm not gonna really show you guys too much of what I'm talking about, because I'm gonna upload it and it's gonna be completely free. I'm gonna show you guys what I mean. So you can't really tell, but I've been writing during the live streams as well, quite a few chapters. Uh, these chapters are a lot of insight on things I've been learning over the past decade, trading, my approach, things I learned not to do, what I did to change and improve from a beginner trader to a more advanced one. And it's all going to be free, and there's gonna be extra notes in there. Now, I just want to do one more chapter and write some extra notes at the beginning, and then I'm gonna post it for free, a free PDF. It's either gonna be in the Discord or on my website, but it's gonna be very helpful. I think it's gonna have a lot of information, and I think quite a few of you might find it very helpful, especially since it's free. It doesn't hurt to it doesn't hurt to look over it. And it won't be that long. It was a lot longer, the content on that PDF I'm working on, but I've been able to condense it to like 2 or 3 pages. But as I improve it, I'm gonna upload it even though it's not finished, but I'm going to improve it over time, and I would be doing updated downloads either on the website or on the Discord. So then you can download it like a fresh one, updated version as I improve it. That's gonna happen. So the first one will be up soon, but I'll let you guys know when that happens. But right now with Mars stock, please keep in mind everything I'm talking about is just my own personal opinion. It's just what I'm looking at, what I am doing. So please do your own due diligence going forward. But yeah, hopefully that PDF I think is just gonna be really helpful, especially I get nothing out of it besides just helping you guys. But you might find it very interesting. Uh, it's not a cheat sheet. It's not like a way. It's not. It doesn't tell you what to do, but it's a lot of years of studying. Primarily, what's gonna be on there is just Bitcoin, the S&P 500. It's gonna be many years of me watching it and making sense of it. But more stuff, and then I'm gonna upload it with Mara. So I'm trying to keep this color coding like it has been since the start of the channel. So these reversal points, right? I like to use these blue zones as aggressive reversal points, and we all know in the bigger picture. I'm gonna show you guys right now. In the bigger picture, due to a aggressive reinvestment into the company, issuing more shares, buying more equipment, we know that every 4 years they have to like more than double their hash rate. They have to really focus on future preserving the company for the future. In this case, Marathon. Um, a lot more mining equipment, and this is also going to reflect negatively on the long term view. I don't expect this to really change anytime soon, but that doesn't mean that. Hold on. That doesn't mean that there is not really good trading opportunities currently and throughout the year, throughout next year. But the question is, where are those good trade opportunities? So last year, we had a super. I mean, even in 2024, towards the end of it, we had some really good accumulation points. Um, Barely hit the TP, but we started seeing volume weaken. But we had a lot. If you guys been following, we had a lot over 3 trades, or 3 of them were 40% returns each, and it didn't last that long, so we got out of those pretty quick. 40% return on 3 swing trades, and then we had like 2 to 3 day long swing trades where we were getting back like 5% each one. So we had a really good run in 2025. At that time, understanding that the top can be a lot lower based on Bitcoin, we called this to be a top zone and we ended up just basically reaching the second level on the fib extension for it. Majority, and I kept telling you guys like it's probably a good idea to sell the majority of core positions or long swing trades for the bull market, because if a top is in it, it's probably very near, and it worked out very nicely. But as of right now, we have a strong reversal point. We're above the 120 moving average. The RSI hasn't resetted. There's a lot of strong bullish momentum, but especially like on the 4 hour, it depends what candle that you guys use. But there's a lot of value gaps that we can really pay attention to, that are filled, and we still have a little bit more room to reach the 0.5. I'm not saying that it's not a good time to short just yet, but here's a few things, right? And this isn't really based on like Bitcoin kind of backs it up. Like, okay, well, we have this higher low potential. I'm gonna get into this in a little bit. My plan, or at least my very basic view for Bitcoin for the rest of this year. But we're in this point where I'm actually selling, or not selling, but I'm buying back a lot of covered calls I've been buying since the price has been above the 120 moving average. During a bear market, if we're above the 120 moving average on the daily candles, I'm selling covered calls on IBIT, and I slowly sell more and more as the price goes higher. When we go into retracement, and I'm I have no reason, I'm not here to be greedy or anything, but as those covered calls go into profit, as the price comes down, I have no problem buying them back. That's the whole point of it. So I'm buying back covered calls in this red zone. I'm buying more of them back as we go deeper into it, because a higher low is possible. This can influence Mara to go higher, but really the main thing I'm focused on when it comes to pushing Mara higher is, even though the S&P hasn't topped out yet, and we can stretch into the zone a little bit more, ideally I would like to see a reach into these zones, or even the yellow one primarily, where the 120 moving average is at. But I want to see the price come down and then push it higher. But until then, I believe the price can go higher. Just position sizing, understanding that the RSI at this point doesn't matter. There's just strong bullish momentum. If we can see this positive Iran news, until we see that, it's going to be a slow news event watch. Like, we've seen this in the past so many times. There's anticipated hype. It's a slow news event. How many times have we documented this? But it's as simple as that. Continued hype towards the press release sell off shortly after, like very shortly after. So as of right now, seeing this go higher makes a lot of sense. And then also, until the market, it's gonna be highly influenced by the broad market. But if we consider all of these pumps, nice retracement, worked out nicely. This one, if we follow up to this next swing high, it did break below it, potentially, according to my rules, invalidating it. At that point, it doesn't matter that this one actually came in properly into it. From the invalidation point, the next swing high, so that can be also backed up by this, where we know that the price topped out there, it came down here. As you can see, the next swing high perfectly, 1.38, 1.236. It found resistance before it came down into retracement. So that means, and it's quite simple, and I'm going to delete this because the color code, I really don't want to. Well, I mean, I guess I'll leave it for now. But the thing is, as you can see, if we use just that price move alone, where it was invalidated, which this was invalidation point, broke below retracement, the next one was within an extension that we had earlier. So at that point, I really don't know. We'll do this because it makes sense at the moment. But we know that the price can easily stretch within the. We'll fade this a little bit, actually, because I forgot how to do it. Oh, right here. There. So we know we can go between the 0.5 and the 0.618 blue. So that's where, and this is above the 15. So in previous videos, I said anything above 15, pretty good idea to focus on shorts, position sizing in mind. So it'll be slowly, and of course, again, a proper expiration date, like later into the year to give it room, because these retracements can be very aggressive. So I'm not going to have a support area just yet. I mean, regardless of support, it's going to be a low. It's going to result most likely, at least, understanding how we've seen these bear markets happen often, where it'll be a lower high after it comes down into support, lower high, and then it goes down one more low, and then the next low should bring us below $5, dropping somewhere like around $3. So that's where we're focused on. But as of right now, it's reaching this zone. So it already hit it. But we want to see the 15, we want to see the 0.5 get broken, and that's what I'm focused on right now. So until that happens, any small retracement is absolutely fine. Like right here, as you can see, we always see retracements happen. So it will be keeping an eye on these retracements, making sure if they do break, if we see any signals that we need to start shorting, or if it's better to be patient because we're going to continue going higher. So this can happen at any point, but it doesn't mean to freak out. It means let's keep an eye on the RSI. If it comes down into retracement and we're still above the 50 on the RSI, still strong bullish momentum, there's just no reason to freak out. We want to see this start to get filled, which is still within the overall target of it going over 15 and still within the blue zone, right? It's as simple as that. And then it would, it's just going to be fluctuations on the way down and a new low. That's what I'm focused on. And then for Bitcoin, again, it's mostly macroeconomic influencing it, but Bitcoin could help out. So right now, I mean, the market, when it opens tomorrow, I'm looking to buy back some more covered calls here and keep the difference as a profit, and leaving some long exposure, just a little bit of long exposure, because I'm still wanting to see if this is going to get filled. But I'm conserving a lot of capital because let's say it topped out very early and it never filled the zone, which we haven't seen. We haven't seen 0.5 retracements. Like this never got filled. This one never got filled. I mean, it eventually did here, but it did it way too late. Like we had short-term retracements broken. It was not good enough. So these never got filled. This one never got filled either. So we're either going to see it top now and go down. That's why we're conserving capital. Bear market low potential. That's the plan as of right now, right? Around like 35, 40K, even 45. It's all within the zone. It's all about DCAing within the zone aggressively. That's what I'm doing. But if we can see it go further into the blue, I want to start selling some more short, the little bit of longs that I have exposure to here right now. Back when the RSI came down and we were trading well discounted on the RSI, a lot of shares are accumulated for IBIT. I really wanted. I've been using them to sell some covered calls, but I want to get rid of those shares. I mean, I won't have any more covered calls as of tomorrow and then Friday. So it would just be shares. If we can go up into the zone, short-term positions will be liquidated. I'll take the profit on that. If not, it allows me to hold on to those shares, add more within this zone for the strong reversal, but it also lets me sell more covered calls. And then, if we break below this zone and then we actually make a new low, covered calls all the way, and then I'll buy them back somewhere below 50K. And then that's just more profit, and then we can not just accumulate more IBIT, but then use that profit to buy even more, because then after that, we're going to have normal fluctuations like we saw back then. We'll keep track of it, but then we're going all the way up to like 200,000, but this is going to take a while. Like I don't believe we'll come down here for a handful of months. So it gives us time to let those contracts get closer to expiration, lose more value, and that just means more money for us. And then, keep reinvesting it, and that's all that matters. So we can accumulate our wealth and not spend it now and just let it grow, right? So that's all that matters. I hope you guys found this useful. I'll do another update soon. yeah, let's see one more time. Let's see if we can get a clear shorting signal for Mara. Regardless, no matter what happens, we're looking for these price levels down here to get filled. So patience. Even if we start to fall, like don't short it. I don't just don't short. Be patient with it because it can just be a corrective move. Like we can see right here it can correct. This can correct. I already showed you guys the retracement. It's just better to be patient because the opportunity will show. Don't force it. Let's wait to see if we can break the 0.5. All right. Yeah. I'll catch you guys on the next one.